When I was looking through the different photos to show you a little bit what Kito was like, the reason why I settled on this is because at the end of the day, when we talk about thousands of dollars or people in poverty, lots of statistics and things like that, I think we get taken a little bit away from the reality that every great venture starts as a very personal story. And for this picture here, this is the beginning of Kito International. It's a story of two friends. Maria Springer is a 23-year-old girl from Venice Beach, California. She went to Kenya on vacation, basically, and she saw what the street youths go through in terms of the violence, the homelessness, the hunger, the poverty, the despair. And she became friends with Wyclef Otieno. That's him right there. And she just took the time to sit down with him and say, you know, what is your experience? What kinds of things do you need in life, and what can I do to help you? She came back to the United States and tried to fundraise for him, tried to develop educational resources for him. And through trial and error, through lots of failures, she eventually came up with a model of why don't we provide the resources so that we can turn these street youths into entrepreneurs, and they can get themselves out of poverty, they can help bring their families out of poverty, they can bring their communities out of poverty. And you know, for Wyclef, we were actually talking about this when we were reviewing the backgrounds of people who were applying for our project. It was the only time I've ever seen on anyone's resume drug dealer. So it was one of the many different things that Wyclef had to do in order to survive on the streets, and so they honestly put that on his resume, and we had a good laugh about it, but we also thought that brought home the reality of what they're going through. And the big thing with Maria, though, was that as much as Wyclef had, you know, a very varied past and work experience, she believed in him. And with her help, he had the opportunities to get out of poverty. The problem is, though, that Maria needed someone to believe in her in order for her to kind of grow this project. And when Sean was able to contact her and tell her that you know she had started this project, she'd asked for money, we were the first people to step up and give her major sources of funding. It changed her life, and it changed Wyclef's life, and it's going to change hundreds and thousands of people's lives. So I really wanted to give you a little bit of background on what they're doing. In general, we can answer these questions in more detail later, but basically what they do is they recruit these street youths. They provide them everything from clothing to uniforms, training, and then they have a contract with the United Nations where they sell solar-powered lamps to people in Kenya so that they don't burn their houses down with kerosene, they don't cause indoor pollution, which can cause blindness. So it improves the environment, improves health, and it actually saves them money. And it provides employment opportunity for street youth. It's a really well thought out model, and we got to be the people that launched it for her. I do want to close on the thought that, you know, it's everything is a very personal story. Wyclef got his start because Maria believed in him. Maria got her start because we believed in her. But this entire program, the $40,000 we gave to her, was because our friends, the people in this room and outside of this room, believed in our dream of making these projects come true for others. So when you look at a picture like that and you think of the results that's going to be happening across Kenya, that's something that all of you have been a part of, and we are really grateful for that.